Greetings and salutations, universe. This is Krita, your resident Ratman. Never gets old. In the last episode, we figured out how to do, I believe it was, ×4 quadrupling with ores. One thing I did notice is that the end of wars were struggling to keep up. So, with a little bit of convincing, we quadrupled the amount of water that they're shoveling into this guy, and then doubled it again. So there's 16 as much. This is overkill. This is very much overkill, but it's full now, and it's producing a lot better, thankfully. These solar panels are doing a ticket, though I think if you want like proper quadrupling setup working, it might... Ooh, then again, it looks like one of the solars is facing the wrong way. I wonder if we can remedy that. I'll look into whether or not that is making a difference. It doesn't really look like it, because this guy has RF, that has RF, so it's just heating this, and it still thinks it's a unit, because if we break one of these, it will think that it's all confluffled, right? Now, no longer does it think it is a proper building, and instead, man, I need blocks. That is the wrong pickaxe. I finally did find it. It was in my dark armor. Very interesting place to put items, but you know, moving along. Let's see if I can place this properly. Let's see if I can not fall off the evaporation tower. Oh. But now it's facing a funny direction. Let's put it this way. And now it'll satisfy my need for that. I'm going to figure out a way out of this. Be right back. For this episode, I'd really like to take a look at a slightly different mod. We have a lot of awesome progression with mechanism, and now it's just something different. The power generation is okay. It's not the end of the world. We're just going to build up a whole bunch of brine, and that will be that. We're going to take a look at IndustrialCraft, and as far as I understand, everything starts from these rubber trees. And I was under the impression that these rubber trees, it's vital that... there we go. This one just might be a bad tree. We need to take a gander at... Well, first of all, we need a sap or a tap. What was it? Was it a tap? Tree tap. There we go. Tree tap. Quest complete. Yeah, nice. And when we right click here, it's going to give us sticky resin. Woohoo! This to me is incredibly nostalgic, because sticky resin is sort of like the very first thing that I ever really saw in modded Minecraft. In the super good old days, they weren't really that good. We had very limited sources of mods, so pretty much it was just Buildcraft and IndustrialCraft, I think. They sort of led the foray into what modded could do. And there's where was I? It led the foray into... We definitely cover up that hole. It dropped down. No big deal. These two mods, Buildcraft and IndustrialCraft, they led the modding community, as far as I can tell, into what it is now, which is, you know, all these crazy machines with pipes and crazy water mechanics right there. Jeez, look at that. Do we finally... Yeah, that looks like it's almost keeping up with brine production now. That is sweet. Right? I like it. Good. Please get me more. So for me, IndustrialCraft IndustrialCraft is super, super sweet. This, however, is a slightly different version of that. And, you know, it comes with a little bit of trickiness. So we have sticky resin and we have tree tap. Now we need to make our first generator. Okay. And for that, we need to make a whole bunch of iron plates. We can either use let's go with the classic version. We're going to do an NostalgiaCraft hammer. Industry hammer. There we go. Forge hammer. Do I really not have sticks? Seriously, I have all this extra crap. This is my crafting table. I really need to improve how it operates. So this thing only has 80 uses. So we're going to need to make quite a few of them. That or figure out another system to make these plates. Let's just make a bunch. You know, iron is cheap now. So super easy. I believe the first thing we needed to make was a furnace? Iron furnace? No. What was it? Generator. Well, all right, hammer and cutter. We also need an any IC2 wrench. Okay, let's get those so that the quests are nice and happy. Thank you. Cutter and wrench. Any of them. What's the difference? Bronze. Oh, okay, so you can do it upside down. Great. Oh, left click. Safely mine IC2 machines. Yes, you will get the machine and not the machine block. That's a thing. Any of you who are familiar with GregTech, sometimes GregTech will just break machines. IC2 did that from the get-go. It was slightly not too friendly, one might say, and it definitely resulted in some trickiness. All right, next we'll put in this copper and a little bit of tin, and we're going to get our first bronze. I believe the idea is that there's a way in IC2 to make this, but we're going to ignore that for right now because we're just doing some quests and having a good time. There we go. No rewards. Cool. Unbreaking. Forge hammer. Efficient smelting. 25% more efficient. Ah, good times. Good times. Furnace. These things used to be like the bee's knees for a while. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't super easy to get smelting up and running in those days. So it was a lot trickier. You had to get, you know, this was a big deal, being able to just have a simple iron furnace, which was 25% more efficient, you know? One piece of charcoal gets you 10 things smelted, whereas this guy, it just doesn't cut it anymore by comparison. It even gives us coal coke, which is fantastic. Thank you very much. Make a generator. Okay, yeah, I think we might be able to figure that out. There's probably a whole bunch of text to go along with it, but that's no big deal. Is there an easier way to make this? Let's see. This is a reusable battery. There's got to be, right? I don't necessarily want to have to figure out how to make those things. It generates 500 EU per item that fuel would smelt. All right, inserting them. Yeah, it doesn't really give you any tips or tricks to make your first battery, so I guess we'll just have to plug on ahead. Tin item casings. Okay, I guess it's just tin, isn't it? Yoink. Place those in there. We'll get a bunch. Maybe do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that 4 is enough. I don't know why I have a silkworm egg. I saw Boris in the background and I thought he was a creeper. Hi Boris, how you doing? Also, hello rats. Oh, there's a little blue one in there. Hello. I like the rat buddies. We should look into that more soon. Let's see. Then we need a tin cable. It definitely throws you for a tricky spell at the beginning. How are we doing for tin? Do we need more? No, we got tin. Tin's easy, bruv. So, What's the not so bad way to do this? Let's toss in a little bit of resin. Get that smelted up real quick. Is it cheating that I'm using mechanism? You know. Here, I'll place this down and then we'll wait a while. Doesn't sound super entertaining. Tin cable, tin plate. Cool, right? Get more of that. And then we can get, let's just get 10 of them real. Oh, that gives us a whole bunch. 33. Sure, please, thank you. Tin cable, sweet. We'll need more of that. Not a problem. Redstone. No way there's not redstone in there. There's no way. All the redstone in the world right here. Did I mention I found my pickaxe? Yeah, I found my pickaxe. It's my buddy. Thank you. Ooh, I got some rare earth. Nice. And now, since we have it in an inventory, we should be able to make a reusable battery. Sweet. And with that, a generator. Fantastic. Quest complete. Give me a battery. Thank you. So, we have to talk about energy units, which is why the quest is saying it. Voltage matters a great deal. If you put something, like let's say a medium voltage, into something that takes low voltage, kaboom! It will explode. If a cable tries to carry too much high volume voltage, it will burn up. Remember, voltage is not EU per tick. Does it introduce voltage in this? I don't remember that used to be a thing. EU per packet is the voltage current. Ugh. We might have to pay a little bit closer attention to this than I remember, but we'll continue with that. Praise the sun, geothermal generator, tin cables, thank you. Learn about energy loss, yeah. Pipes in this lose energy over distance, but it tells you that per the cable, right? So this loses 0.2 per block, so it's pretty effective. And then these guys, I guess they lose the same amount, but because they're insulated, does that mean that they don't zap you? I think is what it is. Yeah, will shock you. Insulated cables are safer to touch. Fantastic. Now that we have a generator, let's just slap that down somewhere. We're going to need another building, but we're going to just put this down for right now. And let's see if cable comes out the back of it. It does. It looks sweet. That is so nostalgic. Whew. Let's see if we can get maybe an electric furnace. I'm guessing that's what it wants us to make next. Yeah. Another easy thing, right? Electric furnace. This needs copper cable now. All right. Let's get some copper. Thankfully, some has been pre-assembled from previous episodes. There we go. Copper plate and copper cable. We'll use up half of that. I need a little bit more of this good stuff. Oh, creeper. Creeper. Don't explode on me. Ha, gotcha. You almost went kaboomers, and that would have been batters. Let us get some more of this sticky resin. Might have to set up a system that allows us to more readily acquire it. But, you know, for right now, it's not the biggest deal. Please land in my inventory or on the ground, not down there. Is that enough? Hard to say. Yeah, sticky resin, we're going to need to figure out you real quick. What happens if we cut down the tree? Because I don't like this one very much. Can we cook you? Is that an option? Sticky resin. Centrifuge. Nope, we have to get sticky resin the old-fashioned way. Alright. Can't shift, that's not a thing in this mod pack. And with the power of editing, we have a little bit of insulated copper cable. Sweet. All we need is to put it together for our first electronic circuit. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. In old school industrial craft, I feel like this would have taken some time. Getting the first... really? out of redstone again? I just put it over here. Silly Krita. In the first industrial craft, getting this set up where you can just toss in some coal or charcoal or something into a system, it felt like a really big accomplishment, because now it doesn't... Ooh, it has a collecting experience thing. Anyway, this is almost standard, right? This felt like it took almost as much time as this big mechanism setup, and yet, I don't know, maybe those were just when I was younger, you know? We've learned, everyone, we have learned how to progress through mod packs a little bit faster, and I'm hoping that the time in the bottle works on these. Also, who is familiar with the old way of doing these trees? Look at this. Doesn't this make you sad? It's like, there's gotta be a better way, right? But I don't think so. You know, there's a better way to get rubber. Oh, there we go. We might be able to use rubber in an extractor. Is that a critical thing for us? I think so. Let's take a look. Or doubling through a macerator. That's pretty important. But right now, the big thing for us is extractor for rubber. Booyah. I don't mind cutting down trees. I just don't like it when it's all ugly like that. Toss that in there. Make another circuit. Like so. I think more tree taps. Industry... Oh, yeah. Tree tap. Not the industrial foregoing ones, but we're making these right now. Not a problem. Make 1, 2, 3, and 4 of these for right now. And these get put together to make a fancy extractor. Yay! That is fantastic. Oh, no, see, this is a different type of cable. That, you gotta watch out for that. This is gonna bite you. Oh, it even took off the rubber. That's unique. Because these guys, they can transfer 128, which means they are not low voltage. These are not friendly for these machines. Whew. I'm surprised that didn't cause issue. Probably because this guy is only outputting, you know, generates 10 EU per tick. I don't know how much it spits out to here, but that could have been bad. So I'm happy about that. All right, now we have an extractor. Maybe we can put some of that rubber to use. It might have even given us some from the quest. There we go, rubber wood. Woohoo! And this is going to produce it for us. What? Well, I wonder what happens when I know we can put in a reusable battery. Do we have issues trying to tick accelerate? Yeah, see how it's taking energy from the reusable? If I didn't have that in there, these pipes wouldn't be able to keep up with the amount of energy that this is calling. Nice. I like it. I'm curious if when the tick acceleration ends, if it'll charge the battery in between uses. That'll be really interesting to find out. The next machine that I want is, I think, the metal former, so that I can stop using the tools. It apparently has 3 modes: extruding, rolling, and cutting, which sounds fantastically amazing. Let's take a look at that. Ugh. Ugh. Well, alright. It gets a little nicer when you actually look into it, but first looks are a little bit saddening, to say the least. Let's take a look at what we can do for that. How many coils did it need? It was maybe only 2 coils, or was it 3? It is 3, so that's not a problem. And some bronze item casings. What is that? What I would expect. It is. The only issue is that we need a bunch of them to make these toolboxes. Time for some crafting behind the scenes. And now, I think all we need to do, you know, make the little machine casing right there and put it together. Metal former. Nice. Let's take a look at what that looks like inside. Interesting. I feel like there used to be an extruder, a roller, and a cutter. So having it in one machine is really interesting, and not something I'm super familiar with. I'll have to reacquaint myself with this really cool mechanism. Fantastic. Or this industrial machine. All of these are mechanisms, right? Ugh, mods. However, we have gotten to the point where your friendly neighborhood Ratman has to call it an episode. And I know we didn't get to involve rats very much this episode, but don't worry. We will in the future. We're trying to get a touch of every single mod and sort of get a taste for them. See what we like and see what is fun, you know? I had a lot of fun today. I hope you guys did too, exploring one of the oldest mods out in existence. Yes, it's new because it's IndustrialCraft 2, but even then, it's one of the originals. And for that, I think we should cheer. So, without further ado, have a fantastic day, and hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Oh, you want to be here for the screenshot? I see. I see how it is. You guys just want attention. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Look at those beautiful machines. Is there a good spot for this? Maybe just behind me. Yeah, that'll work. Perfect. Bye.